Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Journalist Roxana Ramirez was kidnapped from her home in Nanchital, Veracruz on June 2nd, 2026 by an armed group. Americans are catching some heat for their reaction to that kidnapping. We'll get into that in a moment, but first, the kidnapping. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, so the kidnappers let her record them, and then they allowed her to push send. Now, that ain't exactly what happened, fam. What had happened was it was being live streamed. So she realized that she was under attack. She started live streaming. And that's how the video got out there. Now, in the aftermath, there was an extensive investigation done. A manhunt got underway for the people who were responsible, and they did locate them, and they found Roxana alive. I ain't got no problem with that. Now, here's where the controversy comes in. So, you know, the Americans are very critical about violence outside of America. It just amazes me with all this violence that we have here in this country, how America can somehow hold up a moral compass to the world and say, ha ha, look at us, we're so much better. No, we're not. America leads damn near every country, probably every single country on the planet in violence. They just do stuff a little differently from the way we do it. But it's the same results. It's like somebody complaining that a person barbecues in their yard. Okay, some people barbecue in their front yard. Some people barbecue in the backyard. You know, I'm the backyard guy. But somebody want to barbecue in their front yard, it's their yard. I ain't got no problem with that. At the end of the day, it's still the pot calling the kettle black if I did have a problem with it. It's the pot calling the kettle black. America is in no position to point the finger at another country in regards to violence. So there were people watching the video, Americans, commenting, like, that's why when we move to Mexico, and Mexico is way too dangerous. I would never live there. Mexico, that's why they're coming here. They're not coming here because it's safer. They're pretty much risking their lives to come here for economic opportunities. They're trying to get paid. That is why most people come to America, to try to get paid. There are some people who come here for refuge. They seek refuge to try to avoid these violence in their country, because compared to the country they're in, they may be under attack on a daily basis, all day, every day, and they could get bombed at any moment. So they come to America to avoid the bombs, but they can't avoid these bullets. Yeah, man. Gun violence in America is off the chain. Yeah. That's why tourism is down. Well, a big part of it is Trump too, but tourism is down for the first time in decades in America. America is no longer the safest place, or the alleged safest place to live. Yeah. So when people start talking about, oh man, it's dangerous in Mexico, it is dangerous in Mexico. And I'm one of the people that talk about it being dangerous in Mexico. But I also talk about it being dangerous in the United States. See, I'm not a hypocrite in that regard. I can recognize that it's dangerous in the United States also. But for me, I am going to deal with the danger that I know rather than the danger that I don't know. So I'm not going to Mexico anytime soon. You damn near can't go anywhere. You better not step off those resorts. You mess around and end up off the beaten path, it could be over for you. So I am going to go to the places that where I understand the terrain. See, I know where the traps are in the United States. Even the ones that are right next door to me, I know the traps. I know the places where to go, exactly what streets not. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Remember what the black people that were in Mexico a few years, not a few years, I think it was last year. There was a group of black people, I think it was 2 or 3 girls and a guy. They went to Mexico. I think it was one of the girls was getting some type of BBL procedure or something like that. And they went down the wrong street and the cartel opened fire. Yeah, it killed them. Yeah, just like that. So for me, it's a matter of knowing the terrain. Now, Roxana was released on June 11th. And they have an investigation underway to find out exactly who the other people that were involved in her kidnapping. They did identify one of the guys as an employee of, I think it's called Pemex, Pemex, Pemex. So there were 6 individuals arrested in connection with the kidnapping, including employees of Pemex. So not one, but multiple employees of Pemex. Now, Mexico is known for kidnappings. Oh yeah, you're gonna get kidnapped. If they get an opportunity to abduct you, if you didn't know you got some money, you're getting kidnapped. If they can get you, they're gonna get you. If you, the thing about the kidnappings in Mexico as opposed to America, typically when somebody get kidnapped in America, they're being kidnapped and the person has plans on trafficking them in some type of way, or perhaps violating them sexually and then murdering them, right? Whereas in Mexico, it's typically politically related. It's either politics or it's some type of come up, somebody trying to get some money. That's how it goes in Mexico. But this situation, while dangerous, is no more dangerous than the danger that we face right here in America every single day. You think I'm lying? Look up the statistics. Look up the shooting statistics in America. See, we have a lot of isolated incidents, but when you put them all together, okay, this is isolated. It happened at 3:00 p.m. on the north side, but something else happened on the south side at 3:15. Another shooting happened at 5:00. Another one happened at 7:45. You see, all of this in the same city. Another one happened at 7:46. Got a double homicide here, a triple homicide here. One person shot, 4 injured here. All day, every day. Road rage is off the chain. Houston used to be a friendly place to drive. I used to be able to cut in front of people when I drive. People used to let me in. Now they won't let me in. They won't let me in, man. Everybody impatient. Nobody has courtesy. You try to cut in or something, somebody they'll try to speed up. Yeah. Close the gap. That ain't cool, man. I let people in sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, I do the same thing too. but not all the time. You know, sometimes, depending on the mood I'm in, I might let you in, or I might not let you in. You know, can't let too many people in because I ain't gonna never get to where I'm going. But you know, for the most part, I try to have courtesy, especially when I'm patient, when I have time. Yeah, come on, man. Get on in. Come on in. Come on in. I don't have any problem with it. But everybody so angry. People mad for no reason. Mad. And I think this internet got a lot to do with it. I think Trump has a lot to do with it. In fact, I know Trump has a lot to do with it because leadership starts at the top. You start at the top and it trickles down just like it does in your home. Mom and daddy are the leaders in the house, and it trickles down to the kids. Whatever mom and dad is instilling in those kids, whatever seeds they are sowing in them, that is going to be the fruit of their labor. That's how that's going to work. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And do you think that America overall is safer than Mexico? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.